So is it nice to give those underperformers a pass? Whether a person's dealing with attitude or with productivity issues or both, they're going to need your intervention. Without it, the situation will only get worse, your best people will leave, and your worst people will set the tone for everyone else. Believe me, it's going to happen. In my experience, one of the biggest reasons that we don't deal with underperformers is because at bottom, we just think it's not nice. And we want to be nice bosses. We want to be nice leaders. So we don't want to deal with that stuff because it's not nice. But I want to challenge that thinking. Is it nice to their coworkers who have to be with them all day? If they have terrible attitudes, man, that's a tough way to spend a day or a week living with someone who has a difficult attitude. Or if it's lack of productivity, someone has to shoulder that extra work and it's their coworkers. Is it nice to the company? Well, it makes the company less productive. It makes the company less competitive and less safe. And it's less safe for everyone else who works there. How about this? Is it nice to you? You're the one who takes these issues home, who talks to family about them, who lays in bed awake thinking, how should I deal with this issue? Is it nice to you to tolerate that underperformance? And finally, here's the kicker. Is it nice to them? Just because a person isn't engaged in your workplace doesn't mean they can't be engaged elsewhere. Is it nice to let a person underperform when they could be doing much better maybe in their career if someone were to address it and deal with them and they could get past that roadblock and move on? Is it being nice to them? To me, the answer is categorically absolutely not. It is not being nice if you give underperformance a pass. There's so much written about culture. Let me save you some reading. To me, crucial conversations form the basis of a great culture because you're just not willing to ignore stuff and just sweep it under the rug and move on. You're going to deal with stuff. A weak culture is a culture that allows especially chronic underperformance. They sweep stuff under the rug, they never deal with it, they just move on, and they let the organization become less and less competitive. A great culture, on the other hand, just doesn't tolerate underperformance, either for the organization or for the person, because they feel that they owe the person more than that, than just to let them coast and idle forever. So to build a strong culture, you must learn how to engage in difficult conversations because that's the linchpin that makes your culture great. In this module, you learned what the job of the leader really is. You learned the significance of the Johari window, and you learned about the Dunning-Kruger effect. You learned the one irrefutable key to building a strong culture and the one practice that makes a culture weak.